And I had to remember to unmute my mic. You would think I would learn, but teaching old dog new tricks is not easy. So let me start again. Welcome to Roundtable number 8. Here we are together 1 week before cNFTcon. We want to go over some announcements and progress on the Mint and the new spaceport and cast drop and a few other things. So let's get started. All right, who's here with me? Oh, if anybody's wondering, that was Germanicus. Germanicus. I always want to say Germanicus. He's not a germ, but Germanicus. There we go. Yeah. Yep. You're welcome. Who else have we got?
JJPO here as well.
Yes. Appreciate it. Have you guys noticed anything different?
I did.
Oh, what was it?
Which rare?
Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh, goodness gracious. Look at that. Yeah, this the staff merch for the booth arrived today, and I was able to actually show it on camera. So Japper's actually coming to the booth and going to be there with me and the founders, and we have a little bit of nice stuff to wear. So anyway, Japper's going to get the hat, so you'll recognize him by the hat. I will have this on. It says Dev Advocate. So that's how you'll recognize me if you don't recognize my face, if you forget that for some reason. And you'll be able to recognize, what's that? Thank you. You'll be able to recognize Japper because he will have this t-shirt on. And for those of you that have seen this in the chat, we'll have a construction crew t-shirt on. He said he prefers t-shirts, so he gets a t-shirt for this one. I have a really nice soft polo shirt. I think Polo's the actual brand, come to think of it. So that's what's going on for there. I was going to show it at the end, but why not start off with it to answer the questions? I didn't want anybody wondering the entire time. All right, let's look at this. What are we going to talk about? Hey, I say let's just go right out of the gate and talk about the September updates. So we got a number of updates here. Germanicus, would you like to start us off talking through the updates? Well, yeah, I was going to say, let me get this out of the way. There's the big news. I moved the table today so that we could actually show off the new spaceport. It's right behind us there. Nice, big, fresh. The original spaceport they put in when they opened the station was pretty much just a placeholder to have something where the spaceport is supposed to go and a place for us to spawn into. But now we have a nice big spaceport. It's going to have some indoor areas and stuff like that. It's going to have an arrival lounge, I'm assuming. I haven't heard that officially, but I think it's going to be arrival. I think my hat's on crooked, or my head's crooked. So, and we got a little twirly thing there, which apparently is an asteroid detector. I want to call it that because I don't have any other name for it right now. We have a security area, which is right behind Mr. Red Plate there. Right behind him, we have a landing tower, and we've got several launch pads on the far side behind the rotating structure. So come on down and see it. We're looking forward to the interior opening, but it's not open yet. So this is what they call a soft launch. So it's not officially open, but at least it's a lot of eye candy for us to see. So there we go. Yeah. Okay, I think there's something wrong with the transmission, so hold on. I just got a message on Discord. So let me be sure if there's an adjustment I need to make. Let's see here. That's fine. Oh, they don't hear you, they only hear me. So I think I need to turn your volumes up. I think that's the problem. Because you're actually coming through on my screen. So let me do that. Sorry about that, gang. So Germanicus is worth hearing. Okay. Darix wants you to start over on your discussion. So they only get me. What is the problem? All right. All right. Where are you? Oh, that's going to be in here. Okay. Well, if we can't hear you guys, I'll probably do the whole show by myself. Well, no, I'd rather have you guys in the show too. Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay. All right. Let me switch back to my normal. Be right there, guys. Hold on. Right. Let's see if that's better. Can you guys hear me? Well, they have a delay, so because if they're watching on YouTube, there's about a 30-second delay. So you see, you're much quieter now in my headset. So then, when I was listening to that, so let me go back down here. I don't know. He hasn't really said much. There we go. Yes. Yeah, he's pretty high up. So go ahead and speak, guys. All right. Yeah, I'm hearing you. So sure, maybe that was the problem the whole time. You should have been JJ doing all the talking. Yeah, I'm on monitor and output, so I don't know what the problem is with that. So, is that any improvement, guys? They only hear me. Okay. Let's do it this way. I'll go ahead and run the show, and you guys comment in the chat. How's that? Because I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on this. So I'll talk through it, and then you go ahead and say something in the chat if you think I need to address something. Let's do that. The joys of live internet. Okay, so you see the spacing in the background. We got that going. Beautiful. Rotates and everything. Total new concept. We were blown away, us as in the team, because we had no idea that this was coming. It looks fantastic. We knew there was an update, but we didn't know it was going to be anything like this. So glad to see that. Indoor avatars. If you go into your own building with an airlock or somebody else's building with an airlock, the Ready Player Me avatars now work. So you will transition to an indoor avatar. Um, okay, a new thing that we picked up, I'm not sure where we picked it up, but I had requested a way to lock the camera. So if you are actually walking around, you see your view of the metaverse, and then you go to move your mouse out of the window, everything spins. That's the way it was before. Now, if you right click, it will actually, yes, my pinky finger. Um, if you right click, you will actually freeze the camera in that position in relation to you. And the mouse cursor will disappear, or mouse cursor will appear, and then you can move it out of the window without the overall scene changing. So that's a new thing that has been very helpful. Right clicking, yeah, right clicking removes the cursor from total camera control. Good. Camera. We now have the fix. I don't know that anybody complained about it, but it certainly was a problem. So here, let me move this over so you can see me better. Like you really want to see me better. Anyway, so before, if you went into a building, you could literally, and you're not in first person view, you're in third person view, you go into a building, you could literally see the wall, but not yourself. So that was the problem. So they fixed it now so that it detects how close the wall is to your avatar and will actually zoom into your avatar so that you see yourself at all times. So that was a big fix, big improvement, especially in my maze, which is near the racing track. If you want to actually go racing center, if you want to actually go and see that maze, then you can go see it there. And you can actually work the maze now without having to go in the first person view. Okay, yeah, we had the Spaceport soft launch, which we talked about earlier, um, but it's still closed on the inside. So we're looking forward to the opening for that, just like we're looking forward to the upper levels of the community hub opening as well. And something we've also had a request for is running. So if you're walking along, just tap the shift key and you'll transition into running mode, and then you're actually running. And to get out of running mode, just hit the shift key again, and that'll get you back into regular walking mode. So that's something that's been requested for some time, and the devs have finally delivered it to us. So that's pretty much it for the updates. Oh, that's right. Okay, thank you. They're talking in my ear, even though you guys can't hear them. So the other thing is you don't have to transition to a jetpack and fly only, or transition back to the avatar and walk only or run only. Now you can actually put on the jetpack and walk and actually fly uh, without having to transition back and forth. So it gives you that nice ability. So that's one of the new improvements as well. So if you have a MetaJet jetpack, which I encourage everybody to have, it's inexpensive and allows you to get around and see things from a different angle as well as get around to other parts of the station. So I really suggest you get that. Um, but yeah, all these features, come try them out. I would just go ahead and come try them out. So, all right, let me get out of September updates. All right, let me see here. Oh yeah, I have good news to report. We were invited on to the Unbound Earth or Unbounded Earth Twitter stream yesterday. Not Twitter, Twitch stream, which I've never been on Twitch before, so that's a new experience for me. So we went on there and spent half an hour, and Germanicus actually spoke and said everything that was going on with us, and I just drove the rover around and had fun. So it was a blast. So they are going to cut out our segment and then we're going to put it into our YouTube channel to make it more accessible for you guys. So that is coming. I just spoke with them this morning. So yes, you guys got anything to add on the updates? I feel like a race announcer listening to cues. Right. Yeah, if you see where it says under construction, um, wait a minute. I'm probably screwing up, guys, because I might hit the transition button. But see where it says under construction, we're theorizing that that's going to extend out and actually connect with the spaceport somehow. So you'll be able to leave the building and actually walk into the community hub, but we're not sure yet. That's not been told to us by the devs, so we're not sure, but we're speculating. We do a lot of speculating around here, as long as you realize it's speculating. So, okay, let me go down here to just a reminder for everybody. CAST is our station coin. We get asked all the time what's going to happen with CAST. What's it good for? Where does it get traded at? How can I sell it? How can I buy it? We get asked that all the time. So there is a DEX listing coming, probably in October, after the marketplace actually launches in the garage, and you can actually buy or purchase or mint things using CAST. So that's coming. So look for that. I think it's going to be very soon. I mean, we're already in October. Today's the 1st of October. So that is an item coming up. I do want to say that just a note for everybody, we just had our monthly airdrop snapshot, and people should have received their CAST today or certainly within the next couple of hours into their wallets that hold their eligible NFTs that get CAST. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who did not delist their stuff, because you just helped increase what goes into the treasure chest wallet for the station. And that will get distributed in prizes, and some of it's going to be distributed with the opening of the different community areas as well. So I want to thank you for that. There we go. And let me pull that back over. All right. I'm not going to say we're on a roll, but we're doing pretty good. I also want to announce the following, that the deed mint is done. We finished doing all the deeds. Someone remind me exactly how many deeds we have between the 6 areas? 2,600 plus something, a little bit. So, and we 2695, and we totally minted those out. It is done, and fortunately, we like seeing the prices where they are rising on the secondary markets. We like that a lot, so that's a good thing. Okay, let's transition over. All right. And I just want to remind you guys why these new, let's talk about the new vehicle mint. I want to remind you about why we're so excited about the new vehicle mint. If you notice, this is a little preview video that we got from the devs on what the outer zones or outer areas are going to look like. And understand, Carda Station is only a very small part of the entire Carda Station metaverse, the actual station itself. So there's going to be immense areas to go out and actually look at and explore, and go find treasure hunts and go find other things, which we haven't even decided yet, or I'm sure the founders have an idea what it's going to be, but we don't. And we are super excited. We want to run treasure hunts for you guys. But at the same time, we want to go out and find out what's out there too, even if it's just for the joy of jumping those craters. We love jumping craters. So let me see what I got here. Now let's go back to and talk about the mint we're currently in and the vehicles that you'll be using out there. So there's the tracker, there's the Bison, there's the Pegasus. So just to remind you guys that we still have Bison and trackers available to mint, and I'll show you in a moment exactly where to go to mint those. The tracker is special because it can actually get you around quick. The Bison is special because it's a multi-person vehicle that you can actually take out for exploration. Let's look at the mint page. Okay, there's the mint page. Just go to the website and click on the little thing at the top that says mint. It'll take you right to this mint page right here. You'll actually go down that page until you get to this part. The page where it says mint now, or whatever it said. I'm sorry, I can't read it right now. But you just go right here and you will be able to, let me slide it down a little bit. You'll be able just to click on select and select how much of each vehicle you want. Now, I need to let you know that the Pegasus is not available. There's one that has not minted, and we don't know why, but technically we're sold out. We were sold out very quickly, but then some of the transactions failed. I mean, we sold out in 16 minutes on the Pegasus, but then some of the transactions failed, so suddenly they came back on. I think there's a 30-minute timer on whatever the name is, that handles the mint. There's a 30-minute timer, and if the funds don't come in 30 minutes, then it releases the stock back. So we actually had more stock come back on the market. So it took longer to sell that out, total sell out. But technically we sold out in 16 minutes because they were all reserved within 16 minutes. The Bison, that's your multi-person vehicle, which, by the way, you can actually go and pick people up at the spaceport and take them around. So invite all your friends in and show them what Carda Station has. And they don't have to walk around between the long distances between venues. You can actually pick them up and take them around. And then you can take them out to help you with the treasure hunt as well. Multiple eyes make for better treasure hunting. That's all I can say. Then the tracker itself, of course, is the tracker itself is more of a motocross vehicle. You can actually take it out and do some motocross, jump mountains, jump craters, just real quick get from one part of the station to the other. So there we go. So that's the current mint. Be sure to get it. But I'm going to tell you why you want to have more than one vehicle. I'm going to tell you right now. Here we go. It's the Motor Club. Move that over a little bit. Okay, we do have the Motor Club. We have several clubs. Okay. I don't know why it suddenly started playing music because I had it turned off. Hold on. Right. It is on. I'm not quite sure where's the music from. All right. housekeeping, so give me just a moment. Where'd that music? And it just started suddenly. It's off of the main screen, so. Let me see if I can quiet that first. All right. I won't be able to turn it off completely, but I'll turn it down. So there, I've got that turned down. Okay, the vehicle mint, which we just went over. But let's talk about the concept of clubs. So we have a motor club coming, and there's going to be multiple levels to that motor club. So let's look at what that's going to be. Let me go ahead and, yeah, okay, I didn't get that page up. But there's a motor club, and it's going to have 3 levels. So if you own 1 vehicle, you can be in the club. If you have 2 vehicles, what was the level, guys? You can actually see that documentation. Oh, they're scrambling. Hold on. Yeah, I saw you crashing your rover in the background. Unfortunately, I got it covered up so the other people watching didn't see it, but we'll get back and crash your rover in a moment. So I know if you have, what's that? Yes, the levels of the motor club. Yes. Why they want to own more than 1 vehicle. Okay, right. Let me repeat that. So if you own a rover and a tracker, is that right? Rover and a bike. It doesn't matter which bike. It doesn't matter which rover. It can actually be a mechanic. That's the bottom level. What's the next level? Okay, so if you own any 3 vehicles, you can be engineer level. Okay, right. So if you own 1 of each, that would be the 4 vehicles. If you own 1 of each, then you can be crew chief. Then the top level is called principal, right? Yeah, principal. You have in-game requirements of participation in order to reach principal. So there's a spot where you can buy your way in, but the top level you have to earn your way in, as well as having the 4 vehicles. You have to earn your way in by actually doing stuff in the game. So now, yeah, there's rewards and discounts. Each level up, you get a higher level discount in the garage. So you want to buy your upgrades or your boost package or I don't know, enhanced suspension for the racetrack or whatever, you'll get discounts, additional discounts according to the level that you are in the club. So that doesn't incentivize you to go ahead and get all 4 vehicles. I'm just telling you I've got them. So by doggy, I'm going to be a principal. And if you saw the Twitch thing yesterday, you would think I probably shouldn't be because they kept crashing all over the place on camera for everybody. So anyway, oh, I say it was on purpose, but nobody believes me. Okay, there's also voting rights per level too. Yes. So each club has its own voting system for specific things. What's that? Yeah, a badge and a title as well. For Discord, yeah, we don't know. That might be a Discord, or that might actually be in game. So we'll see. Anyway, we have that club. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's going to be a number of custom things depending on what level you are at. So anyway, each club is self-governing, and the motor club is only the start. So for you builders out there, there's going to be a builders club, and for you hodlers out there who own land, there's going to be a club for you guys. And then there was another club. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Yeah, I don't have it on here. Sorry. No, I don't have it on the screen. Anyway, there's yet another club. So right now, as far as we know, there are 4 announced clubs, but the Motor Club will be the first one that's operational. So, okay, let's move on from that. Let's don't belabor it. So I'm going to go back here. That's it. The little guy in my ear just told me the Explorers Club. So something to do with the treasure hunts and exploring the outside area. So you definitely want a Bison for that or a tracker. So, all right, let's look here. All right, I think that covers that news. And I don't have my extra guys talking, so we're actually might actually be ahead of schedule because normally they can add a lot of color to this stuff, but they're talking in my ear, so I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Shall we go ahead and talk about Ralph right now? Okay, all right. They want me to remind you, I feel like this voice from heaven. So they want me to remind you that the vehicles are fungibles. If you only have one in your wallet, it'll say NFT, but if you have more than one, it'll come through as a fungible token. So they want me to remind you that you'll be able to buy upgrades and skins, and you'll be able to match that with a vehicle, and you'll be able to remint it as a unique NFT, including license plates, and sell it yourself as a unique NFT. So they want me to remind you of that. So you'll be able to style it any way you want to and slap it as a specific NFT and actually sell it as a unique combination. So they wanted me to remind you of that. What was the other thing, JJ? Yeah, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what license plates people go for or what they want to make it into. I can just see it now. Eat my dust as a license plate or whatever we come up with. Okay, let's mention Ralph real quick and then I'll get into a couple other things. So Ralph is up for nomination for the Cardano Summit, Cardano Summit in Switzerland. So for those of you who are willing, we would like for you to go to that page and we'll post it into the Discord right now. And we already have it in the announcements. You can go to the announcements and see it there. To go there and nominate Ralph to speak. And the reason is, and they've extended the deadline. The official deadline was yesterday, but they've extended it to October 5th, my birthday. Really nice of them. And maybe that's a birthday present for me to have Ralph speak. So you can still nominate him. The reason is we're not just a regular metaverse like all the other metaverses. We did things vastly different. And if you've been around here any length of time, you know that it's vastly different because we went live as soon as we could, even though it was barren land. There was a sign saying garage here. There was a sign saying community center here. There was a sign here saying stadium, which is still to come. The only thing you could actually see was the spaceport, and that was the old style spaceport. So now Ralph has an opportunity to go and tell our story, our way of doing things, and why we did it the way we did it with open development where users could come in and try things and give us live feedback. And anybody could come in. It wasn't a special little group of people who bought so much property who were allowed in. Anybody could come in So we've done things vastly different. And Ralph has a huge, huge background in crypto companies and writing code and making things happen before he ever started Carda Station. So he has a rich history to share into what happened to actually cause him to go this way. So please, if you would, for the Cardano Summit 2022, if you'd like to go and nominate Ralph, all the information is there as to his email address and everything that you have to put in. So we would really appreciate it if you would do that. How did I do, guys? Right. And it'll be a huge impact for us for organic marketing as well. So it'll help promote Carter Station. All right. Let's uh, let's just take a look real quick at cNFTcon. You might know that this is coming up next weekend, and I'm going to try to live stream from there. I don't know if it'll be a roundtable per se. They may not have any roundtables in Vegas. I don't know, but certainly it won't have our symbol on it. But that is coming up next weekend, the 7th and the 8th, or is the 8th and 9th? 8th and 9th, excuse me. 8th and 9th is going to be. Today's the 1st, and next Saturday would be the 8th. That's 1 plus 7. So that's when that's going to be. We'll be there and we're going to be very, very, very busy. I'm going to show you, for you, those of you who are coming, I'm going to show you real quick. This is copper. And copper is a Roku of a Rocco statue. And for those who actually own land in Carta Station, there'll be a number of these, and they're going to be on 5 rarities. And for those who show up, and we'll have some small tasks for you to perform to figure out which rarity you can actually get from common all the way up to mythic. There's only 2 mythics, by the way. So we're going to have these at the booth. And hopefully, if you're showing up there, be sure to remind us that we have these for landowners. But how we're going to select rarity, we're not quite sure yet, but I think it's going to be something Vegas style. So that's coming up for cNFTcon. And, excuse me, we're also minting a little rover. In fact, you might have seen the machine in the background working earlier. I've got a lot of stuff to still produce for cNFTcon. But that's coming, and there's going to be stickers, and I was just informed this week that we are going to have some shirts. So how we're going to figure out who gets a shirt and who gets a sticker, and who gets an ink pen, and you know, I already know this is going to be landowners who are eligible to get one of these. So come on by and we'll figure it out as we go along here. So, okay, that's cNFTcon. If you're anywhere in the Southwest United States, it's pretty easy for you to come. Uh, Las Vegas Convention Center, right there, and we're going to be in the North Hall area, I believe, because that's the closest area to the host hotel. I called, and they're very, very, very low on rooms right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't come. Even if you find someplace else in Vegas to stay, you can still come. So we'll be happy to have you for that. Yes, my little voice in my ear was talking to me. Hello. Okay. Right. Let me relay that real quick. So, I got reminded this is a cast issue, and it's a vehicle mint issue. I mean a deed issue. Excuse me. So, cast, of course, we give out for different things, but the deeds specifically get 20% share of all the transactions that happen within that specific area. In this case, let's talk about the garage because that's the first one where we're actually going to see this operate. So the deed mint we just had, I mean the vehicle mint that we're having right now, 20% of those proceeds are going to actually go to the owners of the garage deeds. Those garage deeds, there's only 63 of them, and they're going to split. How much was it approximately? Okay, those 63 deeds are going to split approximately 28,000 ADA between them as soon as the vehicle mint finishes. We're not sure we have to finish it completely first or it's going to be paid out uh, at some specific interval. We're not quite sure of that yet because this is our first time doing this. But this shows you that we're establishing real utility and we are sharing with the community areas. So as each community area opens and then has transactions, the holders of those deeds will split 20% of whatever the transactions are. So I was just told to remind you of that. That comes to 450 approximately ADA per garage deed just for this transaction. On top of that is going to be the upgrades, the skins, and whatever else gets done in the garage. So there'll be more after that. So yes, a little voice in my ear. Okay, I got told I nailed it. So good. I like hearing that. All right. Yep. So that's pretty much it. That's all I've got. So let me see if the little voices in my ear have more stuff. Hello. What did I forget? Well, we finish faster if I don't let anybody else talk. So that wasn't really my plan, but that's just the way it worked. All right. Okay. I think that is going to wrap it for today, folks. So we'll just say and go ahead. We'll go ahead and say goodbye early. Not that we have to go an hour, but usually we have trouble squeezing it all in into an hour. So go ahead and tell your friends, tell your buddies, bring them into the verse. The best thing you can do right now is bring them into the verse and show them around. I mean, quite often I'll be there late at night and some new guest will show up, and I'll show them around to go, my gosh, I had no idea you had all this stuff. So it's just a matter of introducing people to the place. Anybody with a space background, space interest, building interest, because they can build here. In fact, I just want to sidetrack here a moment and say, if you see all the community areas have signage. So one aspect of this is going to be having sponsors to actually um, sell advertising to for the community chest to actually bring funds back into the community chest and to actually bring funds back in for the deed holders. That's one thing. But if you notice all the little rotating displays around, we have a couple builders who build their own advertising space to advertise their own stuff. So if you know a business who wants to advertise, have them buy a plot of land here and put up a billboard. That's one of the things. I had somebody this week who said, hey, this is fantastic. All my friends have been looking for somewhere to advertise their own projects, of course, but they can't advertise in the other metaverses because guess what? They're not live. We are. So you can come here and advertise. Tasteful advertising, of course, but yes, something that's appropriate. So there you go. I just wanted to give you that aside. That may be a hook to actually get some of your friends to come in and taste the place, even if they don't stay. Just have them come in. But if they do stay, then you can get them to buy a rover or something else. Then you take them to the racetrack and you can have fun there too. So you see the guys in the background. I see them. They're all having fun with their metajets and everything. So you can have that same fun. If you don't have a vehicle, get one, even if it's just a rocket strapped to your back, just so you can experience it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close it. Thanks for being here for number 8. Look next Saturday to see if we're having a live or we can stream live. Right now I don't know because usually internet and Wi-Fi and stuff like that is all horrible at these trade shows. But if we can, I'll find some way to actually stream. And you may even meet the founders because they're both going to be in Vegas at the booth. So, okay. Good night, everybody. Be sure to come back.